My name's Don Borba, I'm the president of Legacy Direct, and we're here today with Matt Lapple, partner in Lapple UBell, an IP firm here in Irvine, California. And Matt, I wonder if you might take just a couple of minutes and tell a little bit about yourself and your firm and what you do.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So my firm is an intellectual property law firm here in Irvine, California. We focus on patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, and related litigation. I've been a patent attorney since 1998. I've had my own law firm since 2011. I'm excited to be here to talk with you, Don, and talk with you a little bit about the device and give some guidance to your sales representatives when they're talking about the device to prospective users.
All right, I think obviously Mr. Lapple is highly qualified for this and has been retained by Legacy Direct to look at the legalities or some of the questions that we frequently get asked about our media player. So Matt, if you could, I'd just like to run through some of these things and perhaps get your perspective on some of the questions that our reps ask in the field.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Okay, one of the questions is, can I record and share media content on the device?
So, having analyzed the device, my understanding is no. The device is actually designed so that it cannot cannot create and record copies of media streams that are sent to it. This is in large part because Legacy Direct respects the intellectual property rights of others. The machine was actually designed so that it can't copy.
Okay. Also, another frequently asked question is, can I attach a hard drive device so that I can store media content?
Well, again, my understanding is that you can attach a hard drive device to the device, but it will still not allow you to copy materials that you've streamed over the internet. The hard drive is specifically for you to be able to upload just your personal videos, photographs, maybe record your Skype sessions, that sort of a thing. It's not intended and it's not enabled for you to share media content over the internet or to make copies of media that you've streamed.
Yeah, I think key word is not intended for that in the first place. Also, another frequently asked question, can I turn off these copyright protections?
No. Legacy Direct respects the intellectual property rights of others. That's why the device has been designed the way that it has. There are other media players out there that let you copy streams. We've intentionally disabled that ability. If someone were to try to modify the device or reverse engineer it so that they could defeat the copy protections in the device, Legacy Direct reserves the right to terminate their distributorship and take legal action against them. We take this very seriously.
Also, what happens if someone is on streaming a site that they like and the unit stops offering a show that they like?
Well, that's unfortunately one of the things that can happen with internet streaming devices. The device doesn't keep any copies of anything, and Legacy Direct doesn't host any of the material that's streamed. What we're selling, what the device is essentially a computer. It's a way to access the internet and access streaming content over the internet. So if a third party who has streaming content decides not to make that streaming content available, to turn it off, then we have to respect that. And that show or that stream goes away.
Right. Also, can I tell potential new distributors about these copy protection features?
Definitely. Again, because Legacy Direct wants to respect the IP rights of others, it's important to talk about the fact that the device is designed to respect the IP rights of others, and that it does have copy protection built into it to prevent copies from being made.
All right. Also, what should one of our independent reps do if they think someone's violating the Legacy Direct policies on copyright?
Well, it's important that they contact the Legacy Direct management and tell them about it so that Legacy Direct's management can address the situation.
My question was, is there anything else that a rep shouldn't do in promoting or demonstrating the device?
Sure. Simply put, don't encourage copyright infringement by anyone.
Here's one we get asked a lot. Is the device legal?
Well, yes, provided you use the device as it's intended. We've just had a conversation and talked about the copyright protections that are built into the device and the policies of Legacy Direct to promote the respect of intellectual property rights for others. We take that seriously, and those have to be followed. The device is essentially a way to connect your television to the internet so that you can get streaming content and display it on your larger screen as opposed to displaying it on a tablet or your computer. There are streaming media sites that are free. There are streaming media sites that require fees. If you want to use your device for something like Netflix or Hulu Plus that requires fees, well then you're responsible for having a subscription and paying those fees. Just like you would use your computer to watch that kind of content. The device doesn't make copies of any of the things that it streams. It's actually designed not to be able to copy what is streamed to it. So that's an important aspect of respecting the intellectual property rights of others. Finally, the device is allowed to receive software updates from Legacy Direct. And if Legacy Direct learns that a particular streaming site is a regular copyright infringer, and we're notified of that, we're going to reserve the right to send a software patch to the device to block that site.
Once again, we're with Mr. Matt Lapple. Mr. Lapple, thank you for taking the time to visit with us here today about a device that we're obviously very excited about. You know, we're kind of blazing a new trail with a highly sophisticated device. Mr. Lapple is Lapple UBell, one of the top IP firms here in Southern California. So thank you for taking the time to answer our questions.
Thank you very much, Don.
You're welcome.